Hey kiddos! Now that you've got done reading about Henry and Mudge, we're going to learn how to draw Mudge. So you're going to need a few materials before we get started. You're going to need a pencil, probably an eraser, but hopefully not, and lots of colors. You can choose whatever colors you want to. I'm trying to find colors that look like Mudge to me. So you can do two things. You can either have your paper going vertically or up and down, or you can turn your paper sideways. I'm going to turn mine sideways so you can see my drawing a little bit better. So we're going to start by drawing Mudge's head. Mudge has a big round head. It almost looks like a square, but it's kind of round. So we're going to start with that. So I'm going to get my pencil, and I'm holding my pencil really lightly. And what I'm going to do, and I'm going to lightly sketch out what I think Mudge's head looks like. So I'm going to use a lot of my paper, and I'm going to go ahead and keep my hand on the side of my paper and lightly just sketch out what I think Mudge's head looks like. It's kind of like a big square looking circle. About like that. I'm going to make mine a little bit darker so you can see my line. Mudge is missing some things. He needs some eyes, he needs a nose, he needs a mouth, and he definitely needs some ears. Let's go ahead and let's figure out where Mudge's nose should be. So I'm going to try to figure out about where halfway is down my little circle head I made, and I'm going to go ahead and draw a great big oval circle, and this is going to be Mudge's big old nose and mouth. Mudge has a great big nose and mouth, huh guys? Mudge's eyes are about right here, so they're right in the middle of his face. So let's go ahead, we're going to draw a great big circle. And Mudge has some funny eyes. He's got these long, little rectangular centers in his eyes, huh? So next thing we're going to do is we need to draw his actual nose. We have an idea of where his nose and his mouth should be. We're going to go ahead and draw his nose. So right in between where I drew my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a little curved line. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw two little curvy lines on either side. Mudge's nose kind of looks like a mushroom or a funny T. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this little part in the center, and his nostril comes up just like that. See how it kind of looks like the letter T? I'm going to let you go ahead and do that. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line straight down, and then we're going to draw a line on either side. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a curved line right here. This is going to be the top of Mudge's mouth, and draw another one right there. We're getting there, you guys. You're doing a really great job. Mudge also has a great big smile, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Mudge has a great big tongue that kind of hangs out of his mouth. You can draw his tongue really long if you want. I'm going to go ahead and about right here. So see where my line is right here where his nose is at? I'm going to make his tongue kind of hanging off to the side. You can do whatever you want to. So I'm going to draw like a big looking tongue. Just like that. That's how tongues go, huh guys? We're almost done with our pencil part. We need two more things. Well, three more things, because two more things need to go on either side of Mudge's head. So Mudge has great big floppy ears. So up here, close to where his eye is at, I have a cat on my table right now. Sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and draw kind of like a little curved line. So think about like how your finger kind of looks like a hook. We're going to do that on either side. He's got some big old floppy ears, so I'm going to go ahead and have those come off to either side. So we've got Mudge's big old floppy ears. Last thing we need to do is give him his collar, because he's got a big red collar around his neck. So down here, kind of where we think Mudge's neck might be, we're going to draw two lines that go straight up and down. And we're going to go draw a straight line across. And then don't forget to give Mudge his little bling. Little circle right here where his dog collar should be. So before we erase anything, we are going to go ahead and you're going to need a black marker, and we're going to really, really carefully start sketching out where our lines should be. If you're worried you're going to draw something in that you don't want to, what we can do right now is we're going to get our erasers. Because this big line is Mudge's face, I don't need this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my eraser. I'm going to really carefully erase that line so I don't accidentally draw it in when we're doing this later. Oops, all gone. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our markers and we're going to go ahead and trace out Mudge's face. Alright, and if you guys make any mistakes, that's okay. Remember, there's no mistakes in art. As my friend Bob Ross says, there are only happy accidents. Mudge needs some color now, doesn't he? So you're going to need a brown. You can use any colors you want, though. If you want to make your Mudge purple or green or blue, you can totally do that. We're going to get our markers. Let's go ahead and erase all those pencil lines we don't need before we color Mudge in. So don't erase your entire paper like that. That's how we tear our papers. So get your eraser and really carefully just erase just a little bit at a time. So you don't want to go and get the whole paper. Just take one small area at a time, okay? And it's okay if some of those pencil lines are still on there. And if you guys need to pause and go back and watch me do something again, we can totally do that too. All right. So, Mudge has a great big brown face. So I'm gonna get my brown marker. He also has some brown around his eyes. So even though I'm making this brown, I'm gonna go ahead and make around his eyes brown too once I color this in. We're going to take our brown, since Mudge has some brown around his eyes, and I'm going to go ahead and give Mudge some brown around his eyes. They go around, he's got a lot of brown in between his eyes, and then we're going to go ahead and go around to the other eye. And it's okay if you color inside your eye a little bit, it's okay if your colors aren't perfect, there is no mistake in this. We're also going to go ahead and make Mudge's ears nice and brown. He has those long, soft-looking ears, kind of floppy-looking, huh? Now, if you don't have a tan marker, that is okay. Mudge's body is kind of tan-looking or cream-looking, but if you don't have one, that's okay. You could totally use yellow if you wanted to. In fact, I think I might do that because I want to show you what it'll look like if you don't have tan. All right, we're almost done, you guys. What areas do we still need to color? We need to get his nose, his tongue, his mouth, and his collar. So if you have a pink marker, let's go ahead and get our pink marker and let's make his tongue pink. If you want to make his tongue blue or green, you can do that too, but I'm going to make this look as close to Mudge as I can with the colors that I have. And if you have a different color pink, you can make his mouth even more pink on the inside. You can do whatever you want. Mudge's nose needs to be black. So let's go ahead, we're gonna get our marker and we're just gonna color in his nose black. That one's really easy. And last but not least, we just need to color his collar. So Mudge's collar is red, but if you want to color it your favorite color, you can totally do that. Maybe your dog is an alien dog and it's blue and green and purple. I don't know. That's totally okay. And that's it, you guys. We drew Mudge. What are some words you guys would use to describe Mudge? I think Mudge is kind of cuddly. He is silly. Mudge is caring. Mudge is also kind of drooly, huh? If you want to write down some words that you think describe Mudge when you're all done, you can definitely do that. Otherwise, you guys did it. Nice work. And if you guys want to do more projects like this, please let me know and I am happy to make them for you.